哎，没办法啦，就算是仇人，我还是会去救他的啦。反正我们就是这种烂脾气，算了。如果我今天杀了他，那跟他杀了那个罗伦有什么差别？算了啦，就算了。咱们不是这种人，是糖果啊。
Hello, I'm looking for Anne Shepard's room.
Please sign the visitor's book. Are you a member of the family?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, she'll be pleased to have a visitor. No one ever comes to see her. With the Alzheimer's, she has trouble remembering things, but it'll still please her, you know. It's room 19 at the end of the corridor.
Thank you.
19号哦。13、14，17、18、19。所以我跟你说，要么就当主角，千万不要去当配角。
Hello, Mrs. Shepard.
Is it time for my pills already?
No, Mrs. Shepard,
They're never on time with my pills. I don't know what they do here. In the other hospital, they were always on time. But here...
I came to talk about your son, Mrs. Shepard.
哦，对啊，
My son? I
就
have
是
no
练一
son.
下等级啊。有，我有录影，拜托谁？我录了好几。
You had a son named John, and John had a twin brother.
Do you have my pills? It's time for my pills.
I know what happened at Carnaby Square. Do you remember?
Carnaby Square. I think I used to live there a long time ago. We didn't have much money at the time, you know. We had to make do with very little.
Try to remember, Mrs. Shepard. John's twin brother was placed with a foster family after the accident. What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know. They said I didn't have enough money. It's a pity. I'm fond of television.
Television.
Do you remember John?
My Johnny. He is a good little boy, you know.
Your other son, Mrs. Shepard, John's twin brother. What was his name?
What other son? I have no other son. I never had any children.
Mrs. Shepard, your son may be linked to a series of murders. Perhaps you have some information that could help the investigation.
Are you a new nurse? Where are my pills?
哇，搞不定啊！那
I think your son is in trouble, Mrs. Shepard. He's done some terrible things. I need to find him. Do you understand?
Terrible things you're telling me. He never came to see me, can you believe it? In 10 years, never. No one forgets their mother, do they?
It'd take days, if not longer, to find the name of the family that adopted her son. Sean Mars would be dead by then. All right, no point in wasting my time. I won't learn anything more by staying here. This woman might be the origami killer's mother. Must be some way to get her to remember. Are these your children, Mrs. Shepherd? John and his brother? Is that them?
They're good little boys. Their father never looked after them, always drinking. They didn't have an easy life, you know.
You don't seem to get many flowers, Mrs. Shepherd.
No, but I love them. My son knows that I love flowers. I know he'll bring me some.
然后我们去外面弄，把刚刚那个花拔起来给他。诶，那边有折纸。刚刚这边有个花，拔起来送他。哇，还有一个借花献佛哎。你买花的时间都省了。哦靠，他屁股超摇晃的。
Does Mrs. Shepherd ever talk about her past?
It's not all very clear to her now. Sometimes she'll remember the oddest things, though. I suppose if she sees something that reminds her of her past.
Does she get many visitors?
She's been here for 10 years and you're the first.
Did she ever mention her sons?
Sons? Well, she often mentions John. I think he drowned.
Does she ever talk about her other son?
I didn't know she had another one. I've never heard her mention it. Sometimes, if you show her things, it seems to trigger a memory from her past. You might get it to remember.
Thanks for the advice.
哦，屁股真的很会扭哎。那个折纸不能拿吗？
What a lovely orchid. My sons loved orchids. We used to grow them in the back. When John died, I laid orchids on his grave.
Did you make these origami figures?
My little paper animals. They played with them for hours. I showed my boys how to make them, you know.
Yes, your boys, Mrs. Shepherd. John and... what was your other son's name again?
My other son? I only had one son. My little Johnny.
各种不承认哎。哎，好难按哦。啊，折好了，这么快
I love origami, but that's not my favorite one.
哦，我们还要帮他找他喜欢的哦。会不会是兰花啊？ 好，折这个看看。圈下。
I love origami, but that's not my favorite one.
好啰嗦哦，他到底喜欢什么？Dog？ 蜥蜴有可能呢，看看有没有蜥蜴的选项。没有啊，没有蜥蜴，只剩下狗狗了。好吧，那不然折个蜥狗狗好了。三角形。
Oh, you know how to do these little dogs too. My children loved origami. I taught them how to do it. John loved the little dogs. He always wanted to call them Max.
Max.
Max, Max, Max. All dogs with the same name. I was wasting my time telling him they couldn't all have the same name. But he always wanted his paper dogs Max. It's funny, isn't it?
Hello.
I cried when they told me. I'd already lost one of my children, and now they were taking away another one, you understand.
The foster family, Mrs. Shepherd. What was the name of the foster family that adopted John's brother?
They were really very nice people. I met them, you know. In the beginning, I used to go and see my little boy. And then I got sick and I couldn't go any longer. Perhaps he thought I'd forgotten him. He must have thought I didn't love him anymore.
His name,
叫什
Mrs.
么名字？
Shepherd. What was his name?
But I loved him. If you only
Hello.
knew how much I
长野。
missed him.
Please, Anne. His name. What was his name?
Come closer.
哎，这时候就不跟我们说了，好小气哦！为什么要隐瞒？不过大概是那个有钱人。